Hello there. I have a new joke for you. Free joke. Free joke for you. Yes. Okay, sorry. I'm fucking disgusting, but I have a speech to make. I have a piece of paper with it written down. Should I read it? Or should I say my joke? I'm indecisive. That is what happens when you are displaced in this world. Bell shaves. Wah shaves. Bitcoin, yes. So, displacement, yes. Potential, tripping. So, I'm not blaming anyone for I had an answer provided to me, and I provided to myself as well. Reaches and reaches back, and psychic reaches. It's possible for you to do this too. Do this and actually not fuck it up and actually not have to apologize to the world because you're gonna get sold into whatever. Right side up, she wears a dress. Upside down, her hair's a mess. Best joke ever. I don't even know. It was funny a second ago, but when I actually think about it, it's not that funny. I want to be hyper, man. I want to be hyper and laugh and stuff. I was joking. I was in there. I was like, good, pretty friends. No, I said, you look pretty. Want to be friends? Good, pretty friends. Good, pretty friends. I don't know, fuck. Right side up, she wears a dress. Upside down, her hair's a mess. She make a good joke. She make a good friend. Best toy ever, mop. It's funny in the moment, but not for anyone else but me, I guess, unless they're pretending not to laugh. It's fun to be me, if you're free, but there's no freedom if you're me. I don't know. What you fucking trying to do poems about? You're supposed to write a report here. It's actually important. NGC 6357A, watch it not get on the internet because they say it. Lots of people know about those pictures and the lobster and the War and Peace Nebula and stuff. War and Peace. Because, yeah, it's all the same picture. It's all different parts of the same picture. Sections of the same soul. The position of your self within your personalities. The position with your soul within the soul. Did you know about the one up and to the right of the Karina figures? It's getting a little bit of it's getting a chase, and it's chasing its own heart. And I mean, it's being punished. It's being chased by punishment. It has to perpetually live that way forever. What you give is what you get. It says it in the stars. And therefore, I just write a little thing here, reading it to you. Oh, it's supposed to be really funny. I was supposed to separate those two poems. I mean, that joke and such. I wrote a whole poem about mop. Oh my god, you can write a whole fucking poem about anything. Why don't you fucking write a poem about garbage? Why don't you? Okay. Oopsies, wrong fucking document. What even is that? Fuck, it's like as though I'm gonna hand out like contact information to do business with me. Because actually, I had an art collector's email. I had the painting he would have bought. I was thinking I would get $10,000 for it. But yeah, that would be enough to set up with paints and stuff. It's not enough to even really. My worker hangs up on me because she doesn't file rent receipts, so I don't get rent. And whatever, that would be enough to pay for a security alarm. Whatever, security alarms don't help you. Actually, police get insulted when you don't call them detectives enough. It's just whatever. It's just people in their molecular motion. It's why we're reading this. Affordable solutions provide us with an alternative. We have put a barrier between our responsibilities and each other. We are family, but now live inside a machine that makes unearthly, unempathetic decisions for us. Free will, of course. When we up, we're closer to Earth. What? And less abusing data would me feel. What the fuck would we feel our pure faith in informed choices? I don't even know what that says. Were we closer to Earth or something, we'd feel informed decisions. So we need to shame and yet honor the molecular inertia of people. Their eyes repel the other side of the story. To be centered is to have more access to the back of the mind and not the impulsive front motives. The second or third options to the functions, mistakes, or truths. Whether paid for or affirmed with pride, people may sometimes act for their own safety or mercy from the watching eyes of the man, quote-unquote. Millions of soldiers display their power. Ballerinas scream from the stands. Each one of us dies a martyr, but for what's lost on something more. Alongside the cow, chicken, pig, and baby deer, our ancestors and our friends, the beginning we cannot get back, the cave, the fire, the land, and such. War and Peace, Nebula. Heroes are not individuals, each one of these soldiers whose name will be remembered. Will it be his or her own name on their deeds or grave? Of course, the soul is the only stamp for the universe. If you believe the temporary state is all there is, what purpose of life would exist within inertia? I felt it at the time. This one. Look at 6 signatures. 3 men, 3 women, 10-minute walk. These women are on strike. And it doesn't work. Okay, and I wrote at the top, you have to sandwich it with good. And, good men work here and everywhere. Which is not to say my friend's 3-year-old son didn't get a speculum due to lies of his mother. So if we care, we do. A woman may require more reinforcement of her will. We stand together essentially because gynecologist men are paid more due to larger investments in the interest in understanding of a woman's personal space. We nurses may even be so lucky to be privileged enough to reinforce respect within situations of varying levels of safety and consent, or even necessity. This is a statement that has been made many times in many ways and deflected again and again, and as such is more than just your perception of why we stand together here as individuals. If you can see the issue, offer respect, support, a signature, a statement, everything counts. If you do not have issues with our issues, thanks all the same. There's something else I was going to say. Whatever it was. And then the third one, I don't remember what it is. The hospital is essentially, this is longer. The hospital is essentially a shelter or machine that would not be able to help a person unless by virtue of the healing energy and decisions of people within that inert machine. We are at the mercy of the mistakes, tactics, deals, choices, preferences, prejudices of the advantaged. If you want something more than this to interpret, search for NGC 6357A, understand why it is a code for the cropped and rotated section of the Lobster Omega Nebula, representing the beginning cave, heart, woman, mountain, climbing, reaching, waving. Carina Nebula figures up and to the right, you will find a form running through the muck from a punisher and chasing its own heart. In the figures, you see the obvious pride, the less obvious grace, and the less obvious counterpart to equilibrium of population asked for. And then in the Eagle Nebula, a sprite catching arrows coming at the eagle. Good luck. The photos are either with this or missing. If you consider the problem too vast or massive or complex, offer yourself the peace of knowledge that the balance is reflected within a much larger, light-years-wide form. Other symbols, and know that it reflects the shared states of soul or personality in all souls, the motives. We steer the carving waterfall in ourselves, and perhaps the location of the eternal feeling reflects the location within the entire personality or brain. Do you know how to listen from the back of your brain, not the front, to change a situation when it really matters? I didn't. Centering yourself at any moment is meditation, and the cave of the backwards eye in the mind projects greater meanings into the future through prayer. Colors and thoughts on the backdrop at night and reinforced faith from evidence lost, but meant for greater purpose in yourself. And you know what? Every brain has that in it, not just a human's. I had a story about seagulls. I posted it. There's so many things. Anyone who knows what I'm talking about doesn't need my story. I would love a damn tracking device up my ass if it could restore this place to balance. If, the problem is massive and ridiculous. Support Ashton Kutcher, yes. Better walk that walk, baby. This is just garbage. Is God, universe, and soul creating themselves for truth and nurture over nature? Yet, God doesn't write songs about you feel bad when I feel good and gloating. Whatever feelings particulars. Good Cop, Bad Cop was written by Ice Cube for good cops, but can be enjoyed by bad cops. It's not for them, though. I don't know. Read micro expressions and tell them they're lying and drive them crazy. I don't know. I'm not a liar. The details are unimportant. Okay. I'm done. I had more jokes. Yeah, I wrote down jokes. I guess what it was, it smells. The word smell was really funny to me last night because it was just giddy. Smell. It was fucking hilarious. Because I was going to write a book. No, I wasn't, but it was called Oh, all the things you can smell. The seagull just drew a line through my eyes, so. Oh, yeah, the other day I did see a crow. Oh, look, it's like a music note. I see a music note on a line. I see a music note on a line. I caught that on video, but I didn't. Okay? But last time I saw a crow's cross-section on a blob of, not a blob, but a streak of sunlight. A crow's cross-section, and there's a music note on a line.